Welcome back to Crosswork Reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing Wonder Woman 1984. Okay, so why is it that apparently this is one of the worst DC movies ever made, and almost everybody I know doesn't like it, except for me? I really liked it. I did truly. Yes, it does have issues, but there are so many things about it that I really liked that were good and that I wish other movies in the superhero genre would also do. First off, the music was really cool, thanks Hans Zimmer, and the 80s production design looked really great from beginning to end, even though sometimes I did feel like there was a piece of technology or a setting that felt a little bit out of the era. I liked it with the first Wonder Woman, we got more of an action film, but with the second one, it was a lot more character driven, which I think was one of the strongest aspects of this movie. And I'm going to have to put a spoiler warning out there because I think that the rest of what I'm going to say that I really liked about this film does give away a lot of the movie. Pedro Pascal's character was really fun, and his use of wishes was a very interesting and eventually heart-driven concept. The way in which that played into his relationship with his son was really good, and I really enjoyed how his son, by the end, still had room for forgiveness, while his father had nothing left to give, even though he had been giving throughout the whole film. Cheetah's personality, at least to the point where she starts going bad, was really funny, and I really liked her final form and her action scene at the end, because I don't think up until now we have had a live-action Cheetah, and what they gave us I think was a really good representation of that character. At first I was kind of hesitant about Chris Pine's return, but the story actually made it make sense, and all of his scenes were either really funny or really heartfelt. Also, his discovery of the 80s era was really funny, and it was actually kind of heartwarming how he embraced the new things and was so surprised by how the technology had grown. But what I really liked was that he understood that his time with Diana was temporary and that he would have to leave if the villain was truly beat. So he had to convince Diana that she needed to let him go in order for them to win, which I think led to two of the best scenes in the whole film. Their farewell, and then the discovery of her flight. There was something about her flight scene that felt very pretty, both visually and conceptually, and actually felt like it embodied how I imagined the full epitome of Wonder Woman, maybe because the scene could easily be described in the word wonder, in the uncommon sense of the word, because it had that quality of epicness and beauty and mystery in a way. This movie's good, but it could be better. Sometimes, especially in the first scene in the mall, Wonder Woman felt a little bit artificial. I'm not really sure how to describe how, but also some of her motivational quotes felt a little bit pushed, even if they were based in truth. Her wingsuit, which I think was actually one of my biggest issues with the film, felt pretty pointless because she puts it on after she learns how to fly, and then all she does with the wings is just block attacks from Cheetah, who just ends up tearing them up in the end. It also covers up her original suit, which I think makes her look and feel less like Wonder Woman, similar to how Batman appears in his metal suit in Batman vs. Superman. They just lose their quality of who they are because they're putting so much extra on. Also, Cheetah's progression towards evil felt pretty fast, and she actually seemed to become more two-dimensional as the movie progressed, which normally shouldn't happen. A character should be able to deepen as they continue through the story. And then lastly, I do think that the whole wish-granting thing with Pedro Pascal's character did get a little bit convoluted near the end, but I am content with how they wrapped his arc up as well as the end of the movie. And now just a brief note for the parents. I will say that this one does feel a bit toned down in terms of content compared to the first one. It does have a couple intimate scenes as well as some outfit related stuff, and the language is also pretty mild. And there is less violence compared to the first movie, and it does actually stay fairly lighthearted compared to other DC movies that have come out over the years. And that's it for this review. If you're interested in more reviews, go ahead and check out my Instagram where I will periodically post slightly abridged reviews for this and other movies not on this channel. And then for those of you who want to know more about the specific contents of this film, I do have the links for the plugged in and Common Sense Media reviews down below, as well as the Parent's Guide for IMDb. So, I'll leave it at that. Maybe do me a favor and hit the subscribe button, maybe like the video, hit the bell icon, and I'll see you in the next one.